Dylan Sean McDowell. 10 years ago on this very day, at this exact time, a young guy with his whole life ahead of him sat alone at a stool in a coffee shop in Columbus, Ohio. It was the start of the rest of my life. I feel like I should say that I didn't expect for things to turn into what they are, for me to stand across from you 10 years later like we are. But I did expect this. I walked out of Mission Coffee and turned the corner and did not see a woman wearing a floor-length trench coat, as you told me to prepare for, but I locked eyes with the most perfect person I've ever seen. I was looking at a guy far more attractive than the dream man a young hunter had crafted in his head. Every day I look at you with disbelief that a guy like you loves a guy like me. When I was young, out and gay, I used to hope for this. I roamed the halls of my high school feeling so alone, looking at what I thought were these happy couples, but the happiness you bring me is nothing like I've ever experienced. Dylan, you created my definition of joy. You give me a sense of belonging that rivals the one my family gives me, and I never thought someone could compare to that.
Hunter Michael Minor. Since our very first date, I had a feeling it was going to be you. In so many ways, the 10 years that we've shared since that very first night have flown by. And in other ways, I feel like I just parked in front of Mission Coffee and I'm walking up to greet you for the first time in person. I remember everything about that moment. The way you opened your arms to hug me, the smell of your cologne that I think you're wearing today, and our outfits, not a trench coat. You always remind me of how good my memory is, but I think it would be impossible for anyone to forget such a life-changing, extraordinary night like that one. In reality, we've had so many extraordinary days and nights. Our love story, despite still being written, is truly one for the ages. The odds really weren't on our side. We met in different phases of life on the precipice of chasing our dreams, but our spark and connection was undeniable. It kept us together and never stopped the pursuit of those dreams as we dreamt them together.
I've never met a person so deserving of love and so giving of it right back. So Dylan, I vow to love you every day. I vow to love you how you want to be loved and to give you an ever-changing love, to match the love you want, need, and deserve every day for as long as you live. They say to marry your best friend, and you're my best friend, Dylan. You make me laugh until my tummy hurts. You make me smile until my cheeks hurt. And you fill my days with purpose.
Over the last decade, you and I have become so intertwined that sometimes it can be hard to decipher where I begin and you end. We speak a sacred language full of love and laughter and harmony. We find safety and comfort in one another. We share values and ambitions. Hunter, I could list a million reasons why I love you. I'm so lucky that you are the person whose hand I get to hold, the person who I think about when I hear any and every love song, and the person that I get to grow old with.
Most mornings I wake up and roll over and look at you, and I wonder what I must have done to deserve a love like this. I vow to never stop growing our friendship. You once told me that you would get nervous before our dates because you didn't want to run out of things to talk about. I wrote, "Wait for laughter." I can probably let the listening ears in our room know that we never have run out of things to talk about, and we never will, because you're the most interesting person I know. And I'll keep getting to know you better, I promise. I'll take you to the places you dreamed about as a young boy, and I'll nurture each and every one of your passions and loves like they're my own. I'll never forget a moment where you and I were discussing a Taylor Swift track. And if I'm being honest, I was being incredibly critical about it. I was talking about the basic chord progression and the limited talk singing range and other really harsh critiques. And you looked me in my eyes and you said, "I don't know how you can hate something I love so much." But really, for me, I knew I had some growing to do because I love the things you love. And I really want to love the things you love. Genuinely, I do because I love you, Dylan. And that's what loving you means to me. I love the world you see through your eyes. It's one of the biggest gifts of being your friends. They know that the world Dylan sees is a really beautiful one. If only the entire planet could see it.
The best feeling in the world is knowing that we still have so many adventures ahead. Of course, including crispy McDonald's Cokes and singing show tunes in the car. Maybe I'd be on key in that one. I truly feel like the luckiest boy alive getting to call you mine. And I hope that every person in this room gets to experience love the way that you love me. Unconditional, gentle, and genuine. You've shown me the meaning of it through your daily kindness, gratitude, and support. You've taught me that the truth about love is that although it isn't easy, it is always worth it.
There's only one last thing I have to promise to you, and I feel a little vulnerable sharing it, but I do want you to know it, and I want our friends and family to know it too. I grew up in households with strong people. If you haven't met my mom yet, you will tonight. She's literally impossible to miss. She's the strongest person I know. I grew up and I saw her strength and love every day. I go to my dad's and I go to bed feeling safe because if something bad happened, my dad would take care of me. I go to my grandma and grandpa Lynn and Michael's house and I'd be the happiest boy alive. They built a life and a home to give me laughter and a place in this world. My mama, she took care of me and she took care of my papa at the same time. I was built, raised, nurtured, and cared for by the strongest people in the world. And Dylan, I vow to create a home where you never have to worry and you always feel safe. Where our kids can play safely and grow into the people we want them to be. Where you can pursue your life's joys and weep into my arms about your life's strifes. I'll create a home with you that lets us be us. Just that. Two boys from Midwest Ohio that were lucky enough to fall in love. Thanks for falling in love with me, Dylan, because you've made me the happiest a boy could ever be.
What can I possibly say to you that you don't already know? Our relationship has been built day by day through trust, communication, compromise, humor, romance, and happiness. So today, I don't have anything groundbreaking, revelatory, or words and promises that you don't already know, or at least feel. Instead, I want to reinforce the foundation of what we have forged together by speaking on the most valuable gifts you have already given me and that I will continue to give you. Today, I will make 10 vows to carry us into the next decade and beyond of our love story. I vow to be a true partner, supporting you, but also challenging you to be your best self. I vow to always be your biggest fan, both when speaking to you and about you. I vow to always hold your heart, to take care of it and keep it safe. I vow to encourage your dreams and tie them to mine. I vow to believe in myself as much as you believe in me and us. I vow to always make you laugh, despite whatever comes our way. I vow to listen and hear you. I vow to stand beside you in the good times and stand even closer in the hard times. I vow to never take you for granted. I vow to love you in this lifetime and every lifetime beyond it. I love you.